practices. So this is just one of the many acts that you can actually see at the Tehachapi Rodeo. It's going to be this Friday and Saturday, August 17th and 18th. See, look, not even getting hit. I am actually live outside in Hart Park. Sydney Isenberg with 23 ABC.
California Democrats are enlisting the support of former Arizona Congresswoman and gun control advocate Gabby Giffords as they seek to pass the nation's strictest gun violence prevention laws.
Good morning, Danielle and Faven. That is right. So there might be a little bit more magic in the air than we're used to on Fridays, but that is solely because of the Pacific Coast Association of Magicians. They are holding their annual convention right here in Bakersfield at the Bakersfield Downtown Marriott.
Rams fans still recovering from a sad Sunday, but in case you missed the big game, we'll have those highlights coming up in sports. And the new program being launched at Bakersfield College this spring, helping local high school students get a jump start on their future. Houchin Community Blood Bank is reaching out tonight, needing donations to help a local infant in need.
Good morning, Kern County. Now today I'm actually out at the Kern County Fairgrounds for the Kern County Department of Child Support Services Ready Set Back to School Health and Wellness Fair. Now this event is amazing. It actually starts off at 9 a.m. but I'm going to give you a little bit of a sneak peek to kind of show you what you can expect. That's right, Tim and Jess. Every night, the men and women of the Bakersfield Police Department patrol the streets of Bakersfield looking to protect citizens from a multitude of crimes, including gun violence. Well, now through the Safe Streets partnerships, the community is looking to get involved, looking to prevent those crimes from happening in the first place.
In a meeting room in central Bakersfield, people with all different backgrounds have come together with one common goal: lowering the amount of gang and gun violence in Bakersfield. The Safe Streets partnership includes officers and members of the community, both who are hoping to tackle the amount of gun and gang violence in the city. Joe Mullins with BPD's Investigations Division says what they have seen so far, thanks to the help of the partnership, is promising.
We have seen some encouraging news with regard to the locations of some of the gun violence, and that some areas that were previously very busy have been a little bit better.
BPD says they are focused on using different technologies, such as ShotSpotter, to help reduce the amount of gun violence in the city. Now, for members of the community, they hope by intervening in the lives of those most at risk to the violence, they can help stop the crimes before they are committed. While Mullins says new technologies have helped the department, it's the community's support that's their most important tool.
Technology is great, but it's nothing compared to the support we get from the community. That's absolutely everything to us. It's not just witness testimony, it's cooperation, and more than anything else, the most important thing they can do is to discourage people from engaging in gun violence to begin with. Even one murder, one shooting is too many.
The Safe Streets partnership has been around since 2011 and is looking to expand with new members. If you or someone you know would be interested in joining the Safe Streets partnership, visit our website, turnto23.com. In Central Bakersfield, Sydney Isenberg, 23 ABC.
That's right, Mike and Danielle. Right now, the unofficial results are 79% yes on Measure C, which would extend a parcel tax, giving police and fire services some much-needed funds. But while it is looking good for emergency services, there's still a long road ahead. According to Cal City Chief of Police Eric Hurtado, the city should have at least 32 officers. Right now, though, they only have 10. The current parcel tax charges residents up to $182.50 per each parcel of land, about $7 million worth of income for the city. Now, Cal City has had a parcel tax for decades. However, each tax has had a sunset clause, which means that voters must approve it before it is applied to the next fiscal year. The last vote on a parcel tax, or Measure B, back in April, did not receive the 2/3 vote needed to pass and received a no from about 41% of voters. Now, what makes this Measure C so different is that there is an ordinance in it which will wean the city off of a tax for the next 6 years. While unofficial results are in favor of the measure, Chief Hurtado says it won't be a quick fix.
And it's going to take us some time between recruiting and training. It could take year and a half before we get back to full strength again.
Chief Hurtado says he will begin that recruitment push today. He says the department is looking to fill both sworn officer positions as well as civilian positions. Now, as I mentioned earlier, the city is looking for at least 22 more officers in order to reach their minimum. Live in studio, Sydney Isenberg, 23 ABC. That's right, Mike and Danielle. Cowboys and cowgirls from across the country will be coming to Tehachapi to compete in this year's rodeo and compete for that top prize. Now, this is the Tehachapi Mountain Rodeo Association's 55th year hosting the PRCA Rodeo. And with me today is actually Miss Rodeo Kern County Queen Holly Cecil and her junior queen Madison Lacasio. Good morning to y'all. So, Holly, just kind of tell me a little bit about what can I expect if I'm going to be attending the rodeo this weekend.
All right, so this weekend on Friday, the rodeo starts at 7 o'clock, and then on Saturday, it actually starts 2 hours earlier at 5 o'clock. And then we also have tickets discounted $2 at select places, which Maddie will tell you about. And tickets for adults are $15. Tickets for kids and seniors and active military personnel with their ID are $13, and then kids 5 and under are free with the purchasing adult, and parking fees are $5.
And what are some of the events that I can expect to see out at the rodeo?
Events you can expect to see out of the rodeo are bull riding, bronc riding, barrel racing, calf tying, most of the normal rodeo events.
Is there an event that you have that's one of your favorites?
I like the bull riding a lot. It's a pretty dangerous sport, and it's kind of cool to see how athletic the guys are for sure.
And Madison, I know y'all are doing something special on Saturday. Just kind of tell me a little bit about that.
Yes, on Saturday we are going to be raising awareness for breast cancer with Tough Enough to Wear Pink, where all of our rodeo athletes, as well as we would like the audience to participate in wearing pink to support this cause.
And why was this cause chosen? Is there like a special connection that y'all have?
I believe so. It was adopted by the rodeo community for a long time ago, from my knowledge as well, and we've done it for years.
And let's say if maybe I want to kind of take a break from watching all the rodeo athletes compete, what are some other things that I can do at the rodeo?
We have a line of vendors. We have food and drink vendors, as well as people who have decorations for your house, things for your horse, as well as clothing items.
Awesome. Thank you so much, ladies. And another amazing person that's going to be out at the rodeo is actually trick roper Ryder Kessner. Good morning to you. Good morning. He's actually doing some tricks this morning. You know what? I trust you. I know you're not going to hit me.
That's your own mistake.
I do trust you.
Ta-da.
So kind of tell me a little bit about what exactly is trick roping? How'd you get started? Just different things like that.
Man, it's basically a way to show off for girls. That's all I do it for. I got started with the Will Rogers trick roping kit for Christmas when I was 9 years old, and man, I moved all the furniture back. I've gotten performing in 15 different countries all across the world. I'm a 4-time world champion at trick roping, so I've been really blessed. And you said you're going to be competing in this year's rodeo, so kind of how exactly does that work? Is it based on tricks? Is it based on skill? How exactly does that work? Well, this year I'm actually all specialty act, so I'll be doing gun spinning, whip cracking, fire whips, trick roping, and I'm also the rodeo clown, so I'll be the guy saying jokes, keeping the crowd entertained, and I'll actually be the one getting in the barrel helping the bullfighters out during the bull riding. And you, earlier you were kind of talking about how you got started at this at 8 or 9 years old. Yeah. What is one of your favorite things about doing trick roping and about doing rodeos and different things like that? Oh man, it's opened up a lot of opportunities for me. My whole family's done 5th generation, so I've gotten to travel around the world. And I was up in Minnesota last weekend, and my grandparents, they live up there, and my cousin from Italy, she came in, and I got to use her in a show. So it kind of is part of our family, and it's part of the American West. So I really do enjoy keeping that heritage alive. And I know you said you wanted to test out those whips. Right here. Oh man, okay. So we did practice this. So this is just one of the many acts that you can actually see at the Tehachapi Rodeo. It's going to be this Friday and Saturday, August 17th and 18th. See, look, not even getting hit. I am actually live outside in Hart Park. Sydney Isenberg with 23 ABC. Good morning, Danielle and Faven. That is right. So there might be a little bit more magic in the air than we're used to on Fridays, but that is solely because of the Pacific Coast Association of Magicians. They are holding their annual convention right here in Bakersfield at the Bakersfield Downtown Marriott. And with me is one of the cast of the PCAM, Kayla Drescher. Good morning to you. So just kind of give me a little bit of a rundown of what I can expect if I do want to come to the convention this weekend.
So if you do want to come to PCAM, which you should, you can expect a bunch of stuff. So not only do we have shows, which are just purely entertaining, but we also have lectures. We have lectures on street magic, bar magic, all different close-up, stage, everything. And it dives into theory, but also you learn tricks. So there's tons of stuff to learn here. So if you're interested in magic even just a little bit, this is a really great place to learn.
And while this event is being put on by the PCAM, can I come if I'm not a part of that association?
Yeah, of course. Once you register, you become part of the family. So yeah, come down and you'll be a part of it.
And for people who are at home and maybe kind of looking to get into magic, want to dabble a little bit, how can they get started?
So a magic convention is a really great place to get started because you are learning. Magic is such a mentorship art. So in order to learn, you kind of need to learn from generations that have done it and have that expertise and get the information on what books to read and what videos to watch and what to learn. So coming to a magic convention is a really great place to start because you'll have all of that.
And I understand that you have a trick ready for us.
Yeah, I do. Look at a deck of cards. It's from CVS, so you know it's legit. Will you choose a card for us? Fantastic. And will you show the camera as well? Boom. And then go ahead and place it face down. And you have it memorized, yes? Just make sure you have it. That would be really...
Yes, I do have it memorized.
Fantastic. Go ahead and put it face down somewhere in the pack.
Face down.
Yeah, good. Fantastic. And watch, magically, we'll find your card. Did it. PCAM. Magic. I'm just kidding. That was terrible. No. Look, we'll put it. Oh, so eight of hearts. So we'll place it somewhere in the pack, very fairly, somewhere in the middle. So I don't know if you know this about magic, but with decks of cards, they do different things. So some change color, some do all this one time travels. So we're going to time travel back to where your card was here. So it's not on the bottom and it's not here on the top. And we had the 8 of hearts, right? Will you push the time travel button right there for us? Yes, nailed it. And see, you have the 8 of hearts as time traveled back.
Wow.
Here, we'll do it again because we can. We'll put it somewhere in the center, very fairly. Go ahead and push the time travel button. Yes, go ahead and take the top card. It should be, we took time travel. I know, right? It's insane.
Guys, like there's nothing, that's just a normal deck of cards, correct?
CVS.
It's from, okay.
Look, here, we'll try one more time, placing it somewhere in the center, very fairly. Go ahead and push the time travel button. Boom, and not it. My fault. I think we time traveled a little bit too far back in time. Do you remember when we were joking and you put your card face up or face down and all the cards were face up? Watch very closely. We'll sort of write all of the time travel particles here. Boop. And that is when all of the cards time travel to being face up. And we should somewhere in the center. This looks like a familiar image. Go ahead and take it. It should be your 8 of hearts.
What the?
That's crazy.
CVS.
That's amazing. And I think you have one more trick for us, correct?
Yeah, I do. Pocket rubber bands. So look, this is really cool. So these are rubber bands from Staples. They come in a pack of 500, multicolored. But if I'm just going to sort of stretch them in between my hands. Just like this. Watch the center very closely so where they cross. We can actually link them. The rubber bands, the rubber can actually melt straight through each other. You see? Right? You can actually see it melts right through. Isn't that cool? And then with just a little bit of a push,
that's crazy.
They separate again.
That's amazing, Kayla. Thank you so much. And she's just one of the many performers that are going to be performing here at the convention. Again, the convention runs all the way through Sunday, and it's going to be right here, held at the Bakersfield Downtown Marriott in downtown Bakersfield. Sydney Isenberg, 23 ABC. Good morning, Faven and Danielle. That's right. So the doors don't actually open until 9 a.m., but people have been out here since 5:30 a.m. for this health and wellness fair. This all being brought on by the Kern County Department of Child Support Services. And with me today is actually the director of the department, Elizabeth Chavez. Good morning to you. So just kind of tell me, what can families expect here at this event?
They can expect to receive a backpack for each child that is present. We are providing those backpacks for children from pre-K through 12th grade. They can also expect to receive a haircut, immunizations through Adventist Health, and other variety of information that will help a child start out the school year for success for the whole year.
And if I am bringing my child to be immunized, is there anything I need to bring?
Yes, you need to bring your immunization card so that way the Adventist Health knows which vaccination the child requires to start school.
And you and I were talking earlier about how this is your 9th year putting on this event. What makes this year so special compared to all the other years?
What makes it special is all of the participation we receive from the community. We have quite a few sponsors this year that are helping us out so that we can provide more backpacks. It's also a way, I think, of our department giving back to the community, because we understand that one of the children in this group today could possibly be the next reporter, could possibly be the next director of Child Support Services. So helping them to get started on the right foot for school is really important to all of us, and that includes all of our sponsors.
And of course, something so important for the school year are backpacks. What are some of the things that children can expect to find in their backpacks if they come for a free one?
Sure, they'll receive a brand new backpack. They'll have a selection of 12 colors. They'll also receive a notebook, some pencils, a pen, a ruler, an eraser, a glue stick, just some essentials to get them started, so that way they have something to start the first day of school.
And does a child need to be present in order to get a backpack?
Yes, they need to be present, because because we want to make sure each child receives a backpack and also has an opportunity to, participate in the activities that we're going to have. We're going to have dancing, we're going to have games, we're going to have tattoos, temporary tattoos, but a lot of different things to help them have a good day today. It's all about the children and creating a better life for them.
And with this event happening just right before the school year, why was it important that you made sure that the event was in August compared to maybe earlier in the summer?
Sure, August is Child Support Awareness Month, so we want to get the word out regarding our services. We're actually going to be here to provide direct services to families, so if they have questions in regards to our services, our staff is going to be here available with laptops to provide any information they need.
Thank you so much, Elizabeth. And once again, the doors do open at 9 a.m. This event is being held at the Kern County Fairgrounds in South Bakersfield. Sydney Isenberg for 23 ABC.
Apparently we had a vehicle that was traveling eastbound on 23rd Street, and they lost control for unknown reasons. They clipped a telephone pole. The telephone pole landed on top of the vehicle. We had a single female patient that was transported to the hospital. She had minor injuries. They shut down eastbound 23rd Street at C Street, and they're diverting them onto 24th Street.